as I got older, I started doing, like, obviously, like, once I was, like, out of high school, I started doing, like, boudoir, and then started doing nude, and I just, like, from modeling, I started, like, wanting to, like, keep pushing it there, and I was like, hey, I think this is where I jump into porn.
Okay.
It was, like, a very natural transition.
How did you do it? You get in touch with a director or something?
Yeah, well, I just, like, started looking up girls, like, porn stars, and, like, you could tell some are shitty and some are great, some are successful and some are not. So I found, like, the most successful girls, shout out Riley Reid, and you know, girls like that who are just doing really well and thriving, and being like, okay, who represents them? Because they're clearly doing well, and that's how I found my agent.
It's a very smart linear path to
it's a
success
good way to
there.
start.
Like, find people who are super successful in a field, figure out who manages them or that they work for, and then get in touch.
And then there's girls in this industry that are like, yeah, I just saw, like, a Craigslist ad. I'm like, what?
What? No.
What?
For real.
Or, like, they, like, met a guy, like, on Tinder, and he was actually a porn agent looking for girls, like, stuff like that. I'm like,
Right.
wow, okay.
So you have the rare experience where you basically got ushered into the porn game via one of the GOATs, Spiegler,
Yeah.
who I interviewed on No Jumper. You should all check that out on YouTube if you want to learn about the porn game. He's an extremely interesting resource for information.
Yeah, he was great. And I mean, within my first year of doing porn, I was on the cover of Penthouse, Hustler,
Wow.
Taboo, AVN. Like, it just kind of happened very quickly.
And he was like helping make those kind of connections
Oh, definitely.
happen for
Yeah,
you?
he took me to meet the people at Penthouse, like, my first week out in LA.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really felt like, okay, you made the right move.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. My first scene I ever shot, I was, like, so nervous in the makeup chair. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm really doing this. And I was, like, scared and whatever. And then as soon as that camera started rolling, I just, like, I was like, this is where I'm meant to be, right here on this cock.
What scene was it? Was it like a girl?
It was a
Well, you said cock, so
yeah.
girl, okay.
It was a boy girl, and it was a black guy, and it was also the first time I ever fucked a black guy. So I was like, yeah, like, just in general, I just never fucked a black guy, and I was so excited for all of it. I'm like, oh my gosh, all of this is so new and exciting, and I've, like, got this big black cock, and I'm shooting porn, and I'm in LA, like, as I came from Utah, and it just was like the biggest adventure of my life. And still sometimes when I'm doing that drive to LA from Utah, I'll have, like, a flashback of the first time I drove out in my 2001 Honda Accord that could, like, barely make it to LA to shoot my first porn scene.
I love that, like, a lot of women might get into porn just because they need to make some money, or they just figure, like, you know, whatever, what else am I going to do? But I love that you got into it because you were, like, really passionate and excited about it. And then you're describing being there for the first time as this amazing experience. And I just contrast that in my head with, like, the genre on YouTube or whatever of, like, ex-porn stars being like, oh, it was so horrible and terrible and everything.
They're like, I was tricked into it, and I'm like, like, how do you get tricked? How do you get tricked into, like, fucking on a couch and camera? Like, you could just not. I mean, I don't know everyone's situation, but I'm always confused by that.
Every situation's different for
I
sure.
feel like some girls are maybe they have cold feet, and then someone's selling them this dream, and so they say yes even if they wanted to say no, and then that's what they regret. But that's like more on them.
If you do it and think that you're gonna, like, make enough money to last you the rest of your life from, like, shooting for a year, then you're fucking stupid. Anyway, I feel like, don't you agree that she's probably, like, the kind of girl who entered the industry and was just, like, naturally pretty enough that it was just kind of like a done deal as soon as you got in the game?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
everybody was just
like,
fucking with
life,
you? Was that how it felt? Be honest, where, like, everybody just was all over you from the beginning?
I came in pretty confident. I was ready to go. I felt good. Like, I had a good agent. I shot for a big company my first scene.
Right.
And I was like, fuck yeah, we're doing this. Let's go.
So you just started working your ass off all the time?
Oh my god, yeah. I shot my pussy hurts thinking about like the first year in porn because I was shooting so much.
Wow.
Like,
but it was
6-7 days a week, or
so I would come out for 2 weeks at a time, or a week or two at a time, because I was coming from Utah, and I would shoot every single day, and usually 2 or 3 of those I'd shoot 2 scenes a day.
Wow.
So.
And a scene, for those who don't know, takes how long from that perspective?
Like the sex part, or to being on set?
Just how long you have to be on set for each scene?
I mean, like 5 to 12 hours.
Right. So if you're shooting 2 in a day, you might be on set.
Oh, I'll be on set till like 1 a.m.
Right.
And then I'll have to, like, catch a flight at 6 a.m. the next morning to fly to Vegas to go shoot there and fly back and then shoot again. Like, it was insane.
Wow. All right, guys, we hit 50,000 subscribers. Our next goal is 100,000 subscribers, so make sure you click that button to subscribe. We appreciate y'all very, very much. Thank you.